invite you to come into any position that feels really comfortable, really nourishing to your body. Option to place your hands on your body. Maybe placing a palm onto your chest and a palm onto your belly. Starting to tune in. And in our sacred text, the Guinta, we're taught that yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. And through our ancient texts, we learn that when we make it a process of going in and in and in, we eventually come to that place in us where we are yoked with the divine, the God within me, the God within you, the God that permeates all of existence. And so beginning to find comfort and relaxation in your body. Let the shoulders soften away from the earlobes. Let your breath reach down deeply into your belly. And even starting to let your face relax, your brow becoming smooth and a smile spreading across your lips. And if you'd like to, we'll start to make some small movements in the body. You might be more comfortable doing this seated upright. I'll let my hands drop down into my lap. And as I follow with my breath, I'll begin to inhale, lifting my heart toward the sky. With an exhale, I'll let my breath go all the way out, curling through my spine like a cat. Once again, inhaling to arch the back. Exhaling to curl the back. And taking these moments of softness and ease to move with the breath, but staying loose with the rules, allowing your body the time and the space to decide when it's time to move from one shape to another. On any one of your next inhales, come to meet me with a straight spine. And together we're invited to inhale, taking the arms overhead. And with an exhale, landing either set of fingertips on the ground, coming into your side bend. Reaching through the side of your body, lifting those side ribs toward the sky. And with a big exhale, willow tree, up and over to the other side. And using your breaths to make even more space in your body. Elongating through one side of the spine. Inhale up. And willow tree over. Once again, following your breath in and out. the top of the hip bone all the way up to the shoulder. And once more, finishing out your set. And with an inhale, returning to a neutral spine. And you're invited to crawl forward, meeting me in your hands and knees. Making space to make your body comfortable, whether it's palms on the ground, or maybe even forearms or tips of the fingers on the ground. Starting with a tail wag side to side. Noticing how your lower back feels today. And making a promise to yourself that since this practice is just for you, you will choose to do only movements that nourish you and variations of movements that you gain the most benefit from. Taking those hips to stillness, and this time pressing back through that left leg, stamping your footprint on the wall behind you, and lowering the ball of the foot onto the ground, finding a stretch through the calf muscle, gentle in your body. Finding your breath as you follow the sensations that you feel in your body. Notice the points of view that are contacting the ground underneath you. Noticing where you feel lengthening. On your exhale, lowering that left knee onto the ground, taking a couple of big hip circles. I'll lift my knee to the side, stamping the sole of the foot on the sky, down and around. Slow, gentle circles. And taking just one more. And as that knee comes close to the ground, start to stretch that left leg out to the side, landing the sole of the foot on the ground, and then starting to lift up onto your right shin. We're coming into a stretch for the lower back. My right leg is bent and on the ground. I'll take that right arm, lifting it high over the head. And with my exhale, lifting and reaching out toward my extended leg. Once again, creating space in the side of the body. Option to place that left hand on your hip or anywhere that feels comfortable, as long as it's not right on your knee. With an exhale, option to take your chest and gently angle it toward the ground. And noticing how this variation changes the sensations you feel. With an inhale, returning to neutral, lift the spine tall. Option to come into your child's pose or leave this leg extended and add a groin stretch to your child's pose. And once again, finding comfort and ease. Option to stack the palms under your face. palms of the hands find the ground. And we'll lift up to hands and knees, taking the left leg and sliding it back so that the knees meet. Maybe taking a wag of the tail. And moving on to our other side. Taking the right leg, extending it back. Sole of the foot stamps on the wall behind you. And with an exhale, landing the ball of the foot onto the ground. Finding a stretch through the calf muscle. And drawing that right knee in next to the left. We'll take a couple of big hip circles here. Lifting the knee to the side. Pressing the sole of the foot onto the ceiling. Down and around. Finding length through that hip. Moving easily through the body. And on your final hip circle, taking that right leg, extending the knee. Leg is out to the side. We'll start to lift up onto that left shin. Taking the left arm nice and high over the head. With an exhale, reaching out toward that extended leg. Using the shape to give benefit and ease to your lower back. And with that in mind, you have the opportunity to find ways of making the shape work best for you. With an exhale, option to turn your chest, angling it toward the earth. Noticing how the sensations shift and evolve in your body. And with an inhale, lifting up to neutral. Option to come to your regular child's pose or keep that leg extended. Sitting back into a child's pose that includes a groin stretch. Lifting your body up to hands and knees. And taking a couple of our cat and cows here. Inhaling, arching the back. Exhaling and curling the back. And once again, tuning into your body to follow with its own rhythm and its own breath. Trusting in that deep inner wisdom that we all have. Tapping that space in us where we blur, become part of the divine, part of all that is. On your next inhale, meet me with a neutral spine, and we'll begin to make our way into a comfortable seat. As you make your way down, start to find your way into a straddle. And with the legs widening, take your spine nice and tall. On your exhale, lengthen out your spine, reaching through the center of your chest and beginning to hinge forward from your hips. Spine stays long, finding the edge of your sensation, allowing your body to tell you when to stop. And then respecting that information. Option 2, curl the spine, relaxing into your shape. Slowing down here. Exploring the sensations of your body for 3 more breaths. As you reach the bottom of your exhale, pressing the fingertips onto the ground, beginning to walk your way back to a straightened spine. And this time, drawing the legs together, sealing at the soles of the feet, finding your way into butterfly. And once again, with a straight spine, deep in your breath. Exhale to reach the heart all the way out in front of the toes, hinging from the hips. Option to allow that sharp of your elbow to press into the soft of the knee. Fingers wrapping around the ankles to assist in your stretch. One more long, slow breath here. And with your exhale, rolling back up to neutral. Inhale, arching the back. And when you're ready for another transition, gently rolling to one side, making your way to hands and knees. Once again, palms finding the ground. And preparing to move into our pigeon poses. I'll take my left leg back first, and then drawing my left knee close to my nose, I'll shift my weight forward, landing the outside of my shin close to the top of my mat. Option to slide that right leg back as you sink into your shape. Tips of the fingers on the ground just forward of the knee. Letting the body pitch forward gently from the hips. Stomach muscles softening. Finding length through the extended right hip. Tuning in to notice where you feel the sensations of this. Seeing if you can feel the fingertips on the ground. The lengthening through the right hip. The outside of the left hip. And allowing your shape to shift and change. Rolling down over that front leg. Finding even more softness and ease in your pigeon. Therapeutic option to land on that right forearm, gently rotating your chest toward that left knee. And again, only choosing shapes and variations that most benefit your body. Slowly transitioning from the shape, letting the forearms come to the ground. Rolling onto the ball of the back foot, we're going to step to plank and gently lower yourself onto the earth. We're coming through our scorpion shape next. And this shape is intended to provide a stretch and a lengthening through the chest muscles. So as you allow your body to come down and meet the earth, take your arms out to the side as if they were the arms on a cactus. I'll begin by stretching my left shoulder and my left chest muscle. The tips of my right fingers come into my chest, and I'll roll onto the left side of my body. With an exhale, releasing that shape, bringing the chest back to neutral, and squaring off the elbow on the right side. Your face resting onto the ground, and this time rolling to the right side of your body. And once again, on an exhale, releasing your shape, bringing your face and your belly back to the ground. Palms come to frame either side of the chest, and we'll lift up to sit back to hands and knees, preparing to make our pigeon shape on the other side. I'll reach back through my right heel, extending the leg behind me. And then drawing the knee close to my nose and shifting my weight forward. The outside of my shin will land close to the top of my mat. Option to go deeper into the shape by extending that left leg back. Fingertips just forward of that right knee. Using your breath, bringing more softness to the belly, to the extended left hip. And once again, slowing down. Finding your balance between effort and ease. Looking for tensions that are not presently serving a purpose. And allowing them to move along. Enjoying your exhale. Option to fold farther forward. Going more deeply into your pigeon. And feeling welcome, free, and encouraged to make shapes that you most benefit from. And this time, as we prepare to release our shape, placing the palms of the hands on the ground and starting to walk those hands in to frame that front knee. Ball of the back foot finding the ground, gently making your way back to hands and knees for a final cat and cow before we transition our class. Inhaling, arching the back. Exhaling to curl the back. In your own time, inhaling to meet me with a neutral spine.